Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Reverend Kristen Kephart, and I'm the spiritual director here. Just want to let you know, currently we're 100% virtual, which means all of our offerings are online. So whether you've been with us for 45 years or today is your first time, the best place to find all the information is on our website. Click on our website. Many things you can do. You can check out the calendar for our new offerings. You can also sign up for the newsletter. Go over and put in your email address and hit submit. The newsletter goes out weekly, so on Thursdays, if you don't see it, or Friday mornings, please go look in your promotions folder and then simply click on that email, drag it over to your inbox, and then from here on out it will arrive in your inbox. Here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, please know that you are honored, you are loved, and I would like to take a moment so we can all together thank Spirit for this beautiful day. Wherever you are, whether it's the morning, it's the evening, you're joining us live, you're in a place where there's sunshine or hail and sleet and snow. We thank Spirit for the beautiful day, for we let Spirit go up and through us and light us up so we can see the beauty that we are and the beauty that's out in the world. We can see and feel the peace. Yeah. So thank you, Spirit, for this beautiful, awesome day. Next up is Jennifer and Michael, and they will be leading us in our congregational song, Opening Up in Sweet Surrender. Take it away.
Good morning, Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. We are delighted to be with you this morning. I'm Jennifer.
I'm Michael.
And we're going to open up in sweet surrender. Join us. Move your body. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I'm opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I'm opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. Oh, would you join me in coming into your heart? Smile at your heart. Love your heart. This beautiful center of the universe that is you, the divine presence I am. Oh, let's open up our hearts to each other. Let's smile to each other's hearts. How wonderful to be on this journey with you. You be you, and I'll be me.
Good morning, beloveds. Oh, take a look. Drink in the beauty of what God has before you. And say with me today's affirmation. I am in the circle of love, which includes and binds all together in everlasting unity. And let's do that again. I am in the circle of love, which includes and binds all together in everlasting unity. Let's breathe this last one in together and just take a look at God's beauty before you. I am in the circle of love, which includes and binds all together in everlasting unity. So it is. Oh, and just continue to look out at the beautiful colors, the beautiful blue of the sky, how relaxing and calm that is, and the green of the land and the hills. And just relax as we go into prayer. And just take a breath in and a breath out. And one more time, breathing in and out. And so I recognize there's only and ever one thing happening. And that thing is the one mind. It is the divine presence. It is simply and only God. And I'm just so very grateful into every single cell in my body to know that I'm one. I'm one with the divine presence as it moves through me, in me, as me, filling me with all of the God qualities of joy and wisdom, peace and love, unity, wholeness, and beauty. I know this for myself as well as I know it for you. And I know this for the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. That we are all one. We are all peace. We are all unity. And the love that flows through me flows through you. And flows through the one. It is just so good to know this. I'm so grateful to be here today to speak a blessing into this service where the good word is spoken here, where Reverend Kristen is sharing what is upon her heart to share with us on this good day together that we get to spend. And I say a blessing for the technology that allows me to film this and allows you to be able, in the comfort of your own home or wherever you're watching this, at whatever time of day, to be able to just drink in this beauty wherever you are in the world. What a blessing. I speak this blessing into the music Jennifer and Michael so lovingly share with us. It is always and simply good and God, and a joyful noise we make. I say a blessing for the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, that today, on this day, we are reaching the world. We are sharing our love. And we are sharing the goodness of God everywhere in the world. And isn't that wonderful? I speak blessing right into your life, into every single aspect of your life. Your home, your health, your finances are all the goodness of God. You are always and ever loved, cared for, and provided for, because we are always abundant. And so as you rest into this knowing, into this reassuredness that you are always supported, you are always loved, you can relax so deep into this knowing can share and spread this in your life, in your world, and in your community. And so I speak this right into the law, because the law says yes, right back to all the goodness we're putting in today. You're going to get right back. And I say thank you. And I release this prayer into the universe, and together we say, and so it is.
1, 2, 3. We're better together, one mighty song. We're better together, married and strong. We're better together, one mighty song. We're better together, married and strong. Our oneness we share through all space and time. You be you and I'll be me, unique by design. We're better together, one mighty song. We're better together, married and strong. We're better together, one mighty song. We're better together, married and strong. One means no other, an endless mix of beauty. All are welcome. No one is a refugee. We're better together, one mighty song. We're better together, married and strong. We're better together, one mighty song. We're better together, married and strong. Better together, one mighty song. We're better together, married and strong. We're better together, one mighty song. We're better together, married and strong. We're better together.
Hi, it's lovely to be with you today. This whole month of February, we've been talking about one journey, many paths. We all have that one journey of really finding peace, experiencing love, being love, and whatever you want to call it, the universe, God, the one, Allah, whatever it is, that we continuously build a stronger relationship with that, which then leads and is a happier life. And we'll start off in universal truth. So in Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes put together what we believe statements. And here is our timeless wisdom. We believe in the unity of all life, that the highest God and the innermost God is one God. We believe that God is personal to all who feel this indwelling presence. This is a universal wholeness, allness, oneness. Spirit is transcendent, perfect wholeness that, in its infinite inclusivity, harmoniously embraces all seeming opposites. Okay, we believe in one thing, and that all of us, the people that we like and the people that are challenging in our life, come from that one thing. And Ernest Holmes had this to say: within this infinite mind, each individual exists. We are not separated from life, neither is it separated from us. But we are separate entities in it, individualized centers of God's consciousness. Okay, so there's this one thing that is ever evolving, and it's ours, and it works in our benefit. It is love, it is beauty, it is compassion, and so many other things. And we are all part of it. And just like Ernest Holmes says, we aren't it, but we are individualized expressions of it. So that is the universal truth. And here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, our mission is the same as the global vision, that we all work towards a world that works for everyone and a world that works for me as well. Okay, and here at this center, we do it through the power of service, prayer, and play, a world that works for everyone. And how do we do that? You know, it breaks it out pretty simply in three summary points. The power of service. And the power of service, the more that we embody our global vision, all parts of our global vision, it is a huge vision. So in the past, I've suggested just taking a small piece of it and focus individually on that, or our center, and we as a beloved community center on that. So revealing more spirit, or revealing more higher spirit within us, we explore. We do that through classes. We do that through meditation. We do that through prayer. That we don't get to the end of the street and say, okay, I'm done. I'm as spiritual as I want to be. No, we're here to reveal our highest and best. We're here to recognize how amazing and beautiful each one of us is, and the gifts that we have been given when we've come into this world, to actually reveal them and then put them into action. Put them into action, not only for our individual selves, but to allow spirit to work in, through, and as me. So when it's as me, I'm not really thinking about it anymore. I'm just letting spirit use me. Use me, oh God. Tell my hands what to do. Tell my hands what to do in this now moment. Yeah. And I believe this, tell me how to use me, you know, it works best when we utilize the gifts that we've been given. If we spend a whole bunch of time going out and learning, for me, I said it last week, for me to go out and learn how to be a physicist, that would take me years and years and years and years and years. And more importantly, I don't have any passion there. So for me to reel that back in and say, what are my gifts? And begin there. Begin there. And as time and as those power of service, the more and more that we get involved, not just with ourselves, because if we're the power of service, if we're only in service to ourselves, that is like being in a vacuum. We aren't doing ourselves any good and we're not doing our world any good. We are here to be in service of one another and to the world. So this last week, there was the Centers for Spiritual Living business conference. And every other year, it's virtual. And I was in a workshop, and the workshop was about change and about the unpredictability of things and et cetera. Anyway, there was, and it was called VUCA, VUCA, an acronym. So V is volatility, unexpected change. I'm going to do this at a very high level today. U, uncertainty, unpredictable. C, complexity, a whole bunch of moving parts. We did that a lot last year, was pivoting, shifting, finding things, the moving parts of, hey, this didn't work last week. What do I need to do? Or what do we need to do as a community to shift to meet the needs of our beloved community and to continue to reach farther out in the world? And then the A is ambiguity. Vague and open to multiple interpretations. So as we come together in this last year of being VUCA, and we're kind of here in that same situation now, and to recognize those things are going on, but then also the big part of this to make it, because we're not going to get rid of the VUCA, the uncertainty, etc. Like it's not going away. And what can we do to limit or to circumvent, to use our spiritual tools and our understanding of what we know? Because I believe that we've been training for this for all our years with our spiritual tools and learning about ourselves and how to not only successfully get ourselves through this situation, but to help the world. So one of the activities was, it was a video, and there were two teams, basketball. One had white uniforms and the other team had black uniforms. And the question was, in this video, count how many times the white uniformed players pass the ball. And then there's this segment, and they come back and they say it's 17 times. And the other question was, how many of you saw the dancing bear moonwalking, the moonwalking bear, if we go back to Michael Jackson days, that went through the center of the screen? And that was very eye-opening, because we have a tendency to see the only things that we're focused on. Okay, Robin S. Sharma had this to say: awareness precedes choice, and choice precedes change. So whatever's going on, there is this uplifting of recognizing that the skill of awareness is amplified. Like, what's really going on here? What is really going on? So we talk about being an inclusive community. We talk about a world that works for everyone. We talk about everything in the global vision. And I'll read it in entirety in a few minutes. And In order to embrace that, our awareness has to open up, our awareness to things that we never even thought about before. Just because it's working for me and I can count and see that there's 17 passes, but if I open my eyes bigger and I open my mind and I open my heart, so I start, instead of talking about God or talking about spirit, that I actually start to feel it. I actually start through my eyes seeing it in all the players. So not just focusing on the ball count, but seeing spirit in everything. And there are going to be times that we're going to miss the dancing moonwalk bear going across the screen, but to awaken up those senses so we are more aware to be able to actually fulfill our beliefs here, which is we are inclusive. And when things get difficult, we narrow down. We narrow, and my shoulders go up and everything's tense, and I'm just trying to control this little thing or this big thing, and I'm just trying to make it through. Well, if we use our spiritual practices and we breathe and we allow ourselves to settle in, we allow ourselves through prayer to claim what's really going on here, to claim that I recognize that there's only one thing. There is only one thing. And 2, I recognize that I am connected to it. And everyone else who's on different paths, the same paths, everything, they too are connected to it. Regardless of how opposite view it might be from mine. Okay? And I'm saying opposite views, everything is canceled out when harm is done. Okay? When harm is done, another action needs to come in. But if everybody has their beliefs and they're all different, and we're going down to these many rivers that tie into this one path, then we're all working towards a world that works for everyone. We're all working towards the golden rule of doing no harm. We're all working towards love thy neighbor. And in Matthew 22:37-9, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as myself. That's really what it comes down to. It comes down to being able to participate in this thing called life and recognize and embrace our neighbors, who are our brothers, sisters, and siblings, if we believe there's only one thing, if we believe we're all part of that. So as much as you might want to disconnect and say, I'm not connected with that type of human, the reality is we are all connected. And to breathe into that and to put into action what that truly means. So think about it. What does love thy neighbor mean to you? What does it mean? For me, it is love and be open to anyone that I come in contact with. To be able to see spirit, see that light within every person I come in contact with. And if for some reason I'm having a conversation and it is a difficult conversation, and I'm recognizing that I'm getting like this, then I go, this too is God. This connection I'm having right now, breathe instead of reacting, and then go ahead and respond. And if it's not the time to respond to whatever the conversation's going on, do a pause and say, hey, can I call you back? Or hold on and continue down that path and just keep saying to yourself, I see God in this, as you're listening to what the person is having to say. It is a practice. It is an ongoing practice. And just when you think you got it all wrapped up in a beautiful package and you got it, the next challenging situation comes along and you're like, oh yeah, I remember how to do this. I remember how to do this. I am a non-violent person, and I can sit through a lot before my buttons get really, really pushed. So I never tried to get to the point where it explodes, because it's really not pretty, to bring it back and go, what is really happening here? What is this person really saying? Or what is this person really needing from me? And a lot of the time they just want to be heard. So a lot of the time I listen and I say, I hear you. I hear you. You've been heard. I've witnessed what you've had to say today. Are you going to change my belief on that? Probably not. And is there someplace we can meet in the middle? Like Rumi said, paraphrased, with all of our wrongdoings and right doings, I'll meet you out in the field. Meet me there. So we go from this complex, this place in this today world where we're at, and we go to this neutral zone that is nothing but God, that is nothing but love and compassion and truth and wisdom. Meet me on that conscious level. Let's go and raise our consciousness to that level and meet there. And when we're out in that field, we recognize that we're meeting heart to heart instead of mind to mind. We're feeling God instead of intellectually knowing about it. We're actually putting what we know in our mind into action. So meet me out in the field. I'll meet you there. I see the beloved community as people on a spiritual pathway who seek a closer relationship with God, who will take their spiritual awareness into the world and be the examples of love and compassion in action. And some of these pathways might be individual, but people who gather to find out to also be better versions of themselves. That's really what we're here to do. We're here to come together through the power of service, prayer, and play. Come together and engage in compassionate service with one another, compassionate service within our community. This past week, we've had some pretty horrible weather, and we know how it has affected Texas and the people that live there. And there's a whole realm of that, of, why things broke down, how can they be fixed, who's there to blame, blah, 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 blah. I am leaving that for Texas and the brilliance of people that will be pulled together to assess. The question was, what could the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living do to assist our brothers and sisters and siblings in need. What could we do? We have an emergency fund for that 1% of tithes go into each month for situations like this. When there is a situation where there is a need that we can gift or tithe, we're actually tithing because we here at the center tithe 10% each month to different organizations. And we start with our home office in Colorado, Centers for Spiritual Living. Anyway, so there is this fund. So I want you all to know that there's been a donation made in the name of Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. We donated to, as I said, the Houston Food Bank, and we did it through a gift of a text through ABC 13, and then it directly goes to the Houston Food Bank. For every dollar raised through this campaign, 3 meals will be donated to the hungry in 18 Southeast Texas counties. So we're reaching out beyond our center, beyond ourselves, out into different states because there's a need. We're sharing our resources. The law of giving and receiving. We have that money. There is a need. There are people that are freezing and don't have water and aren't able to get to food. Some are living in their cars right now, burning furniture just to keep warm. I can't get in my car and drive there. I guess I could, but not going to. I don't think that that would be the highest, best use of me. So we send and we do a donation. On a global level, we do that through Kiva, the organization where we keep revolving small loans going for people in all over the world. We're constantly being aware of our vision, our shared values, and making sure when we're making a decision or that we're in this middle of this VUCA and it's like, you know, I'm just being swept away with the VUCA, to be able to step back and ground ourselves and say, I need to open up my awareness. What is really, truly going on here and what is truly being called for me to assist with or for our community to be involved with? What is it going to take for us to truly be inclusive? And look and say, we are inclusive, but then look around. Are we really? Those are the big questions that I'm talking about today, having those big questions, those big conversations, and continuously working towards our mission and our vision. Well, like doing our mission, which is power of service, prayer, and play, which then takes us into our vision of a world that works for everyone. So that's what is up today. That's what I have to say. I also want to let you know that you're an amazing, beautiful expression of God. I see that. I know that. I am that, as I know that for you. Claim your birthright. Claim your freedom. Claim knowing that I claim beautiful relationships. I claim abundance. I claim great health. And state it. State it until you don't even have to say it anymore, because that is the record that is playing in your head. Yeah. So let's get together and vision together. We'll put that on the calendar and I'll meet you out in that in that field. I'll meet you out in Zoom, but we'll cast it as meeting out in that field of higher consciousness, of the awareness of spirit, and that awareness of how I am connected as well as how you are connected, and that we come together and we let spirit work through us and share its highest and best as we document that down, as we move forward as building our beloved community here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. Thanks for being with me today. Please know that you're loved, you're honored, and you're seen. Till next time. Now it's time in our service where we give. We give to, or tithe, or contribute to places that spiritually feed us. And if this place is that for you, please know that we have created multiple ways for you to give, so it's easier and easier and easier. First one is you can send your monies to our P.O. Box at 2360, Camarillo, California, 93011. Second option is text to give. Super easy to use. You get a confirmation that it's been received and a thank you. Third, utilizing our PayPal. All the options are secured. If you'd like more information about our electronic tithe program, please contact our office at 805-484-1137. We would love to provide you information and have a little chat with you. Okay, the other thing I want to let you know is we are a 501(c), which means all of your donations, tithes, and gifts are tax deductible. And currently, all of our income is coming through gifts and contributions and tithes from people like you, people like me. So keep that in mind. The amount that you have in your mind that you would like to gift our center today, our beautiful center, so it can continue to grow and thrive, please hold that amount, whether you sent it or you're going to send it, hold that amount in your hands. Cup them. Take a deep breath and consciously connect on what that amount is for you. And breathe it in. And close. Now join me. Place your hands on your heart and join me in our affirmation. This gift I give is God in action. I send it forth with joy, confidence, and ease. I am blessed by the law of giving and receiving. As I now share my good with life, press down, shake it together, and run it over. Well done. Thank you so much for supporting our center.
It has been wonderful to be with you today. Thank you, beloved Reverend Kristen, for that message, and practitioners, thank you for holding us in the heart of prayer. So let's celebrate as we close this service. Something wonderful is happening through me, through you, through us. You ready?
I'm ready.